know what it is. Welcome back. Battle rap talk, man. So y'all, we gonna be getting into more hip hop shit. If it bothers y'all, I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck y'all want me to do, cause algorithm ain't algorithm for me anyway. So might as well talk about what the fuck I want to talk about, right? I'm talking about y'all want some fucking recipes. Y'all see my numbers right now on this channel? Shit disgusting. I don't know what I did to YouTube. I feel like they punishing me for leaving for so long. It is what it is. I ain't gonna quit though. We gonna keep pushing. I keep getting these little glimmers of hope, right? The fucking shorts be doing numbers sometimes. Depending on the topic, I do a few hundred views, but these double digits, oh, that's nasty work right there. I ain't used to know double digit numbers like for video views. Luckily though, the Black Philosophical Society is steadily growing, so that gave me a little hope. I said by my birth, if this shit didn't start picking up by my birthright, I might just say fuck this shit for real. But I know it take a little time to grind back. I didn't know I was gonna have to start from scratch on this channel, but well, it's the way it seemed to be looking, man. I don't know what's going on. People still finding me. Like, I get messages sporadically, people saying, damn, I didn't even know you was back. Damn, I ain't seen a post from you in years. I'm like, damn, I'm talking, this is on Facebook and shit. Like, and I've been posting on there consistently for years. But I knew I was shadow banned or something. I don't know. I wasn't using that shit right. Like, I'm starting to learn now as I've been trying to build the shit back up and regrow it that I was never using social media right in the first place. And I didn't never care about using it right. Like, I didn't need that shit when I got on here, right? I did quite well without any of that extra shit. I didn't even realize how well I was doing, right? Until I came back and looked at some of my numbers. So that's what I get, man. I should have, if I had known the trajectory of this shit, I definitely would have stuck around been a little more consistent just to keep myself in the algorithm, right? Because ain't no way I got 16,000 subscribers and I'm doing double digit numbers on videos. Like, that's crazy. Like, yeah, so obviously, I mean, obviously my majority of my subscriber base is not getting notified about my videos. They don't have no idea. Most of my subscribers still don't know I'm back. So I gotta work on that, man, but that's a rant for another day. Right now we talking about that cracker, right? Y'all see him up on the screen. I'm sure some of y'all wondering, why is this guy on your screen? Well, it's the one I wanted to talk about first. I had some other topics in mind. Like, I did a video about the Geechee situation, but had some problems at the end and I ain't feel like doing it over. If anybody want to hear me talk about that, I can still do it, you know. I feel like it might be a little, well, it really ain't too late because he's still in there. Free Geechee, right? But this is really what I wanted to talk about first. The Geechee shit just happened, right, after I had the idea for this video. And I just wanted to address some of the stupid shit people were saying about him. I don't need these. I don't think I'm gonna be doing no more sound effects. Sorry for those who hate my sound effects. So I'm making noise. Shout out to you, sis. It is what it is, man. We gonna turn up. Gotta get turned up. But if you ain't familiar with battle rap, I can't give you the crash course right now, right? All you need to know is that white boy right there is a battle rapper. Quite popular one right now, actually. He just won Champion of the Year. Shout out to Champion, shout out to Jay Black and the whole team over there. It's kind of disgusting though, because he's the second white boy in a row to win Champion of the Year. I believe he won his during Black History Month too. I know last year the white boy got his, it was Black History Month. They don't plan that out, of course. You know, that's just the time they had it scheduled for. It wasn't, they don't know that the white boy was gonna win. I'm hoping, right? So I'm not trying to put no shade on Champion, really. It's just a bad look. It's just nasty work. And it's supposed to be the last Champion of the Year ceremony that they do. This is supposed to be the last one. So for him to win it on the last one, it's nasty work. Hopefully it won't be the last one. I know Jay Black is trying to figure out a way to keep it going. We'll see. But why am I saying all this about the great A-Ward, right? Somebody's gonna say you just hating. If he see this, he's gonna definitely say, who is this hating on me? Let me just get it out the way right off the rip. Yes, cracker, I'm fucking hating on you. I do not like you at all. I don't like nothing about you, period, right? And no, I'm not no battle rapper. I'm not fishing for a fucking battle. I want to battle A-Ward, even though I think I'd kill him, right? No bullshit. I ain't never been in a battle rap ring, but I got a fucking angle that ain't nobody used that I think would destroy A-Ward, right? Of course, we'll never find out, right? That ain't what this is about. I'm not interested in fucking getting in the ring with this fucking ringworm. But what is my problem with him, right? Let's talk about that. Because of course, if you know anything about battle rap, he's not the first, right, white rapper. He's not even the most popular one, right? Rest in peace, Pat Stay. Shout out to Ill Mac, Thesaurus. Shout out to fucking Big K even. I don't really like Big K either, but I like him more than I like A-Ward. I think Big K should be more popular than him. He's been around longer. Shout out to Roan. Roan is one of my favorites. Just to let y'all know, I'm not just hating on all white battle rappers. I fuck with Ill Mac too. Ill Mac is one of the greatest to ever do this shit. So let's get that out the way. Not just hating on all white battle rappers. But we have to admit that since white boys have been in this arena, been some problems, right? It's been kind of problematic, which should be expected if you know anything about battle rap. Battle rap is about disrespect. How bad can you disrespect your opponent? The worse you, the more you disrespect your opponent, the better you're doing in a battle, right? That's what it's all about. So just imagine you got some nigga in your face calling you all kind of crackers, honkies, saying all type of shit about your potato salad and whatever the fuck they want to say, right? It's just going crazy, and the whole crowd, or that's majority black, is going crazy over this shit. So it puts them in a position where they like, okay, I gotta fight back some kind of way. Reminds me of the Jen battle, right? If you ever seen Jen get destroyed by Sirius Jones, one of my favorite battles. Jen had to say something about it. If I said something racist, these black people would jump me or something. You know, I don't remember the exact line, but you can see the frustration in Jen's face because he knew he couldn't go there, right? He couldn't say the same type of shit Sirius Jones was saying about Chinese people. Not in a room full of niggas. If you want to go home tonight, right? So that's always been a problem for any battle rapper who ain't black, right? You ain't one of us. You just gotta take this shit. You stepped in our arena. We didn't ask you to come, right? You wanted to be part of this. You gotta figure the fuck out. And you know, there have been some who didn't give a fuck, right? Rest in piss, Cadillac Run. Yeah, fuck him too. Don't give a fuck who love him. But he wasn't the only one, right? It was several of them who pushed the boundaries, right? Tried to push the envelope and say shit that they knew was gonna be controversial and problematic. Cause they like, well, it's battle rap. It's fair game. I get this. If y'all can call me a cracker, I should be able to call you a, you know, a ninja. That type of shit. But I'm pretty sure he took it farther than that. Yeah, it's been a thing, you know, for white rappers to have. That's why you rarely see white boys battling black female battle rappers. Cause who wants to sit and watch a white man disrespect a black woman for fucking 30 minutes to an hour? Like, not very many of us is gonna just be sitting there enjoying that. So they have to be very careful about how they do this shit when they battling one of us. So of course they can't just battle each other, right? Not enough of them, first of all. So you'll run out of battle rappers very quick if all you did was battle other white battle rappers. And two, you can't ever get to the top of this shit, right? Ain't no white battle rappers at the top of battle rap, right? Might be some top tier white boys, but they ain't God tier. They're not, you know, they're not the final boss. They ain't nobody's end game battle, right? So you gotta battle niggas just to move up the ranks in battle rap. You want to be respected around the world. Yeah, what do I want to say about A-Ward? A-Ward is part of a bigger problem in hip hop, right? Like, I don't like what he represents in battle rap, but he also represents a bigger issue in hip hop as a whole, which is the Christian rap gimmick, right? I didn't mention that he's also a Christian battle rapper, right? Not just a white battle rapper. So he's got a few gimmicks going for him, right? In battle rap, the white thing is already is a gimmick, right? Whether they want to admit it or not, it opens you up to a whole nother demographic off the rip. You think, how many white fans you think these white battle rappers got? Think about how huge Eminem is to white people who never listened to rap before. But the same thing happens when a white boy turns on one of these battles and sees somebody who looked like him appearing to do well in the sport. They're like, oh, what is this? I mean, we can do this too? And so they rally behind the people who look like them. So he brings in a whole nother demographic people. Not just him, but all the white ones, just for being white. But then on top of that, now he got the Christian thing, right? He got the church folks rooting for him. And see, that right there, that's the shit I don't like, for real, for real. Like, you come around a bunch of niggas talking about Jesus, knowing how niggas feel about Jesus. So you've already kind of, what's the word? Is it ingratiated yourself? You found a way to pander, right, to these people, right? To the point where I'm gonna get hate, right, from black Christians because they are on his side, right? Team Jesus. So, yeah, that type of slimy shit is what I don't like about him in particular, right? That's what sets him apart from the other white battle rappers. That's what sets him apart from the other Christian battle rappers. 'Cause he's also part of a crew, right? Called the fucking Horsemen. He's the only white one in the crew. Of course, you can't, this is across the board in hip hop, right? You can't be a white boy in hip hop and surround yourself with other white boys. Not if you want to survive. One of the greatest things I saw was that fucking I think it was M on BT. Was it the Cypher? Might have been a Cypher on BT. But look at the backdrop. M didn't bring a bunch of white boys with him. He had fucking Marv 1. Like some real Detroit thoroughbreds behind him. Like the whole fucking stage was full of niggas. And I was like, yeah, this is how you must be. You ain't finna be accepted. If you running with other white boys, you're gonna have to get the stamp from us. So he did the same thing. He got him a Mexican white Christian rapper in his crew. He got about 3 black ones. Right? So they give him credibility. Right? There's one of them behind him, Loso. Loso's a faggot, by the way, in case y'all don't know. And no, I do not mean he's gay. Shout out to my homosexuals out there. That was not a slur at y'all. Loso's not gay. He's just a faggot. Shout out to Mac Myron. Yeah, it's the gimmick, man. It's the... Like, they all hypocrites, right? Let's first start with that. Fucking praying to win a battle. Like God is on their side when they battle. And they get in the ring. They not... What do you think they battle rap about? Right? They don't come in there and talk peace and love, and they not praying for you during the battle. They go another one of the lames. Horseman back there, Elijah Straight, I think that was, or Street Hymns, one of them. I think that was Street Hymns. They all lame as fuck, man. I don't like none of them dudes, but at least they black, right? But it don't seem as disingenuous, right? They're not speaking about Jesus in their raps and how Jesus loved you. They talking about guns and right, what they'll do to their opponent. Their opponent ain't shit. But what they do, what makes them different, right? Because they're the Christian battle rappers. They don't curse when they do it. One thing I despise about Christians too, right? What's the purpose of Christians who don't curse? You ever thought about that? Like, what is that? What are they trying to convey when they decide I'm not going to use certain language? You ever thought about it? I have. Because there's no Bible verse that tells you which words you can and cannot say. Right? So I've always found it odd how Christians seem to know which words will offend God. You have no idea. Right? Because you speak a certain language in a certain time in history, and these words are deemed inappropriate or vulgar in this language, in this culture, at this time. You think these are the words that God don't like? Like, that's, come on, man. That's beyond dumb. Like, God might not like shoot or darn. Like, maybe it's the intention. If you mean the same thing, maybe God don't like that. Maybe he don't care if you replace the I with a O. Right? How stupid is that? But that aside, what do you think the Christians who don't curse are trying to say? They're saying I'm a better fucking Christian than you, right? Some holier than thou bullshit. It's superiority. Look at me, I refrained from such language. Wouldn't let unholy speech like that leave my lips. All right? That's all it's about. It's a way to try to appear holier than the next Christian while you doing all kind of other shit. The same fucking cracker who don't use profanity go home and watch kitty porn for all we know. Right? We don't know. But you'll assume that somebody has really got a relationship with God because they don't use profanity. Like, that's stupid as fuck, man. So that bothers me off the rip. The fact that they came in with this whole gimmick of this clean Christian battle rap while they try to find creative ways to kill their opponent. Dumb shit. But because niggas are religious, right? They accepted them. We let that shit slide. You don't hear very many people talking bad about A-Ward or any of these horsemen, right? They pretty much praised for how they conduct themselves. Shout out to the person who made this video too. Yeah, go check it out. Go check out his channel. I think it's let me find the channel. I can put it in the description though. Mr. QDC. Mr. QDC, yeah. Go check his channel for more content. But yeah, so I'm annoyed by Christians, period, who don't curse. I'm annoyed by grown people who don't curse. Like, grow the fuck up. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that shit is yeah, I don't like that shit. Like, I can't take you seriously if you say darn and shucks. Like, who are you offending? You're offending Jesus's ears, God's ears. Like, nonsense. Explain it to me. Explain to me how you know the shit is more offensive than shucks to Jesus. I'd love to hear it. Because you've been taught. Don't say these words. If you think God don't like the same words your mama don't like, or the fucking FCC don't like. And they'll drop that shit if they feel like it, right? He just had a battle not too long ago against a guy who had trolled him for months. And the first thing he did was come out and called him a bitch. Your bitch ass. And the crowd went crazy because he never says that type of shit. See, they get to use that, right? To their advantage. The fact that they never curse. So when they do, it's like, oh my God, A-Ward said a curse word. Right? So fucking lame. So why refrain yourself? Is there a limit on how many times you can curse? Is that when God gets mad? You can curse a little bit. You can curse if somebody pisses you off before a battle. God really understand that. Like, make that shit make sense, man. Either you can curse or you can't. You decided it was worth going to hell to win a battle? Is that what you're saying? I'm saying, man, that's the type of shit I cannot stand about him and any of these fucking Christian battle rappers. Like, it's just a gimmick. But like I said, the white boy shit in particular though is more than just a gimmick, because he represents the missionary, right? The colonizer. He looks like the people who had the whips and the Bible. That's who he looked like. That's who he sounds like. If y'all ever heard his voice. He got a southern accent. And he's preaching the Bible in battle rap. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't understand why more of us ain't speaking about that. And it's because he surrounded himself with other niggas, right? People just don't think about all this shit. But anytime I hear him, like, I'm just like, you're a fucking colonizer. You're a missionary. You're the devil. Because niggas are so blind. They hear a cracker talking about Jesus and they just, ooh. They don't even think about historical context of that shit. Just look at him. Gym teacher swag ass. Yeah, when I see him, all I see is the colonizer, the missionary, right? White preacher trying to sell you white Jesus. Even though I've seen him agree when his opponents tell him Jesus is black, he'll nod his head. But You think he doing that in his when he go to his congregation? I think he's also a pastor too. Him and Loso, they be getting fucking preacher money and battle rap money. And we actually are funding this cracker's ministry. Those who support him in battle rap. But you think when he goes to his church, which is probably predominantly white, you think they nod in their head in agreement to the idea of a black Jesus? You think they got some black Jesus pictures on their wall? Come on, man. Highly doubt it. They'll be in there talking about it doesn't matter what color he was. He's all colors. He's olive toned. All that bullshit. But when he get around us, it's okay to admit Jesus was black. Yeah, I mean, we're about a bunch of niggas. He wouldn't dare say anything different. No, that cracker don't believe in no black Jesus. His whole crew represents a bigger problem. The whole idea of a Christian rapper is a gimmick, right? Off the rip. I know most of y'all ain't never thought about it this way. You just know Christian rap sucks, right? We all know that. Yeah, it sucks. But it's a gimmick. Think about it. What is DMX a Christian rapper? DMX had a prayer on every album. Of course he was a fucking Christian rapper. Talked about Jesus more than a lot of Christian rappers. People who labeled themselves Christian rappers. What about Kanye? Kanye made the biggest Christian rap song of all times. Dropped a gospel album. Is he considered a Christian rapper? What about Scarface? Scarface openly talked about how he believed in God and believed in Jesus. That's what I'm saying, man. Most rappers are Christian rappers. Or have some religious affiliation, right? There's plenty of religious rappers. But they don't make it a gimmick. How many rappers are Muslim? A lot, right? Never heard nobody call somebody a Muslim rapper. Why not? Because why would you say that? First of all, some artists like Kanye and DMX understood that once you put the title Christian rapper on yourself, now you limited your content. Certain things you just cannot say once you put that label on yourself. That's why these fools are censoring themselves in battles, because they put that title on themselves and they got to go back to their congregation and explain, why did you call A-Bird a bitch ass? So it's really just not smart for business. Fuck the business. As an artist, what artist would want to limit themselves to just these topics? Singers do it, I guess the rappers can, but that's why your shit sucks. You ain't finna reach no wide audience talking about that shit all the time. You're not even a complete person. You do more than that. Y'all struggle with more than that. Y'all have the same fucking problems and issues and battles that everybody else has. You can't put that in your music. You can't express yourself as an artist because you limited yourself with this dumbass label. And it's just a label that's there to pander to a certain audience. But what is the point of distinguishing yourself when most of the rappers are already Christians? At that point, it's just a gimmick. Nothing more. There are no Muslim battle rappers by label. There's plenty, hundreds, thousands probably, Muslim battle rappers though. Not one of them called themselves a Muslim battle rapper. There's no Muslim battle rap crew. Nobody formed a team. Called themselves the Jinn. That's some lame shit they came up with. Pander to the religious niggas. Right? To set themselves apart from the other people. Gotta have some shit to stand out. Because without that, let me tell you something else. Every last member of that crew is mediocre as fuck. Let's just keep it a buck. None of them have top tier status. A-Ward might be the closest to top tier. Yeah, I'm sure there's some people who would debate whether or not he top tier. To me, he'll never be top tier. Like, I don't give a fuck. I got him losing every battle. Like, before he even battles, he can't win. Unless he's battling somebody I hate more than him. He would have to battle a fucking Jehovah's Witness rapper or something. A white one. Right? Because I don't care who he battles, I'm already got the other person winning. He loses because he's him. Right? Every time. So that's just, we can get that out the way. But yeah, his whole crew is full of mediocre niggas who nobody gives a fuck about, really. Loso is lame as fuck. He's probably the next most popular one. Between him and Saga, I don't know which one is more popular out of them two. But they all some fucking cornballs. Bro, they not cool enough. They don't have no personality, no swag, no nothing that would ever, they have no star power. None of them. Right? So all they have is their Christian rap gimmick. I don't think too many people, I don't even think that's controversial. Like, they all, yeah, basic as fuck. So they had to do this shit to set themselves apart. Nobody would be talking about them for real if they weren't the Horsemen and a Christian battle rap crew. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that shit because I don't hear people talking about that enough. It's the Christian rap gimmick. They're the only ones that do it. No Muslim rap genre, no Hindu rap genre. Like, that's a whole genre. Christian rap. They had a whole radio station. I don't know if they still do this shit on Sunday morning. Not a radio station, radio show in the morning on Sundays. Only rap I could get my mama to listen to. Sunday morning, I could get her to turn on that fucking Christian rap show on our way to church and listen to them whack ass Christian raps. I just be listening, hoping I hear one that sound good. Every once in a while, you hear one that's decent. But the majority of it sucks. Generic. The beats be trash. They always trying to imitate a sound and can't never get it right. But it always sounds like they trying to sound as close to this great secular artist as they can. But it's always missing something. Soul, maybe. Fucking authenticity, maybe. That's what it's missing. Shit, you ain't real. That shit ain't real. A lot of these fucking Christian rappers probably don't even really believe that shit. They probably go right back to the hood and get into all kind of regular fucking activities and go in the booth and record some Christian raps. Like a Kanye. Like, for real, you think Kanye really believe in Jesus, man? I'd be surprised. I think Kanye believe in all kind of different shit, depending on what day it is. Like, definitely don't believe in your version of Jesus. But yeah, what artist would want to put themselves in that box? None. No artist would do that. Only somebody trying to come up off the church would do that. Right? Feel like it's some money to be made here. This gospel shit they pay, that's for sure. Right? Look at him. So fucking corny, man. But yeah, I want to hear y'all thoughts on Christian rap. How many of y'all fans of Christian rap? I used to listen to DC Talk back in the day. And there was another one too, another group I can't remember. DC Talk was the biggest ones. And when I was young and didn't know no better, I had no taste in music, right? I liked some of DC Talk shit. The older I got, the cornier and whacker that shit got. Like, grew out of that shit quick. And I had to go move on to T-Bone, right? Shout out to T-Bone. He ended up working with KRS-One on that Spiritually Minded album, which was trash. Shout out to that. She had one good song. Know Thyself was on that album. It's the best song on that album. But yeah, T-Bone. I liked T-Bone's story. I was still in the church, right, when I was listening to T-Bone. So I was looking for people like that I could relate to. But his shit was trash too. Let's keep it a buck. Compared to real music, real artistry, T-Bone was not it. Explain to me how you could be a Christian rapper and label yourself that if it ain't about trying to come up off the church. You ain't trying to pander to this audience for money. Like, why wouldn't you just rap and talk about whatever you feel? Because you want certain people to feel safe buying your shit. They need to know you're the Christian rapper. You can't even look a certain way. I look at the Christian rock and roll groups. Heard Christian rock sucks too. I'm not too familiar, but seems to be across the board. Christians make trash music. But I be tripping up the Christian rockers because they, to the untrained eye, they look like they rock and rollers, right? They look like they about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Might have their nails painted and some spiky hair and fucking studs on their belt. But to a real rock and roll head, they look like posers and lames and soft, right? There's only so far they can go. It's only so far they can push their images. They Christian rock and roll artists. They gotta go back to church. So yeah, you limit yourself. Maybe that's some of them. Maybe that's what they want to do, right? I don't want to be more outrageous than this. This is what I'm comfortable with. Cool, but why would you have to call yourself that though? What's the point of labeling yourself that? They're just saying I'm an artist. I make rock and roll music. I make rap music. Check it out. Because you want people to know, right? Now I can understand on the flip side, I'd be pissed if I fuck around and bought a CD or a flash drive from somebody who just told me they was an artist or a rapper. I plug this shit up and there's some Jesus raps. Yeah, I'm gonna be pissed. I do want to know what type of shit you talking about, what type of shit you own before I make a purchase. But that's what singles and shit are for, right? You can let somebody know what type of vibe you on, what type of topics you discuss, what type of shit what you about, without labeling yourself as a Christian rapper. All the other people of other religions seem to be able to do it. Or either they don't participate, right? Maybe that's why you couldn't hear nobody call themselves a Muslim rapper or musician, because that's haram, right? Which is crazy too, like. But yeah, I don't know how all the Muslims in hip hop reconcile that shit. I feel sorry for a lot of y'all too, man. Y'all got these religions that's restricting you, got you conflicted about your very passion. You love music. You got a religion telling you you're not even supposed to listen to it. Seems to be some debate about that though. So maybe that's why so many Muslims still do music and listen to music. Y'all don't seem to have a consensus about that. I don't know if it's in the Quran or in the Hadith. Myself, I've never looked into that. I just heard Muslims say it. I've heard them talk about it in battles. But Yeah, only the Christians feel the need to label themselves, use this gimmick. Look at him. Pointing guns, he's shooting at Chef Trez right now. In the name of Jesus. Glock 40 on your bitch ass. That's what he told Averb. Said that's how he started off the battle. Glock 40 on your bitch ass. Yeah, no big deal, right? For the normal battle rap fan, but for the A Ward fan, that was whoo, oh my god. And he knew what kind of reaction he was gonna get from that. Like, let's be clear, right? He was well aware that people were gonna go crazy over that shit. That shit was light. That shit was weak for battle rap. Bitch ass, like, you listen to battle raps, you're gonna hear way worse things being said. But they portrayed this wholesome image so long that for them, that was outrageous to say. That's what I'm saying, man. I think that's all by design. They know what the fuck they doing. Y'all just fall for it. So that's it for me. I mean, the point of it, I guess, all of this is think about that shit. Why are you supporting people like this? Why are you supporting these gimmicks? Why are you supporting fucking colonizers, missionaries? Knowing the history. Anytime a cracker come around talking about Jesus in the Bible, be fucking hung. Like, you should have strung that cracker up. You should not have been welcomed into the culture. That just shows how asleep we are. They embraced him because he knew what to say, right? Y'all gonna invite him to the cookout. You're gonna bring his Bible. He just became champion of the year. An award and money that could have went to some brother who probably needed it a lot more than him. Somebody who don't have a congregation, right? Giving tithe and offerings every week. Living his best life off battle rap. That shit is disgusting. Like, we should not be making this motherfucker wealthier. He already, look at him, gonna take his hat off. He rarely does that. He don't want us to see that fucking white boy hair. Kimsey, that's his name. Right? He gets to leave battle rap and go be Kimsey. Take his hat off and put his button down shirt and be Kimsey when the police pull him over. He's not A Ward. He's not Glock 40 on your bitch ass. He's yes sir, Mr. Officer, sir. My name's Aaron Kimsey. Fucking ugh. And that applies to all the white battle rappers too though. Right? Well, I don't fuck with Big K for real. You can get up there and talk about, it's kind of off topic, but while I'm talking white battle rappers, Big K will get up there and talk about ops he used to shoot at and all the shit he did in the hood, drugs he sold. Who was you selling these drugs to, Big K? Who were you shooting at? When you closed your eyes and hit something, who were you aiming at? Was it somebody who looked like you? You know what I'm saying? I got angles, man. These are things, nobody said this to him in the battle. They praised that shit. Who y'all think he was shooting at? Who he was serving on the block? Whose families was he ruining? Was he traveling to the suburbs to sell to people who look like him? No, he stayed right there on whatever block his family was moved him to, right? And he served us, shot at us. Y'all praise him. I don't like none of it. Yeah, I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with him either. Only way Big K wins is if he battle A Ward, right? I dislike A Ward a lot more than I dislike him. But yeah, other white battle rappers don't go that route, right? They don't try to be something they not for the most part. Those are the ones I respect. This is how they got you. Like, this is why y'all Christians now, most of y'all. The white man came to Africa with rifles and Bibles. You don't know the rest of that? Google it. Fucking ginger cracker too. Like, you know anything about the relationship between the Irish and the blacks? Y'all don't have no kind of historical context, and y'all don't know. Y'all just niggas, man. All y'all know is he can rap good for a white boy, right? A whole nother thing. All they gotta do is be halfway good at what we do, and we give them extra praise just for being able to hang with us. That cracker is weak, man. Every time he get in the ring with somebody who's really skilled at this shit, they show the different levels. But because he can rebuttal, right? People forget that his whole round was mediocre. Cause his rebuttal game crazy. Yeah. If you want to know more about A Ward, I'm gonna give you some battles to check out. Do you some homework. Check out A Ward versus Big K. Right? Mention that. Gotta watch that one. Check out A Ward versus Ilmac for sure. One of his finest moments. Yeah. And then A Ward versus Frack. Yeah, go watch those. You get to see him against his own kind. See how well he does. He does great when you put him against other white boys. So y'all check those 3 battles and watch A Ward shine. Watch him in all his glory. If you want to see how he fares against somebody with a little more melanin, I recommend you watch A Ward versus Mac Myron. You get to see 2 horsemen die for the price of 1. So, yeah, there you go, some homework. If you ain't familiar with A Ward, that'll tell you everything you need to know about him. Watch those 4 battles. But yeah, now if you understand where my hate is coming from, it's what you represent. That's what I hate. Not you personally. I don't fucking know A Ward, right? Fortunately. It's what you represent as a person. The white missionary in battle rap. Sick. But anybody with a little bit of intelligence, man, I don't know what happened with him and the B-Dot shit. I know they had some 2-on-2s, but I don't think he ever got that solo work from B-Dot that he was supposed to get. I feel like B-Dot would have figured out the right angle. Nobody else is gonna nobody else ain't gonna do it, obviously. Mook might come up with it. He might think of something, but I don't hope Mook would never battle him. Like, I don't know nobody else who I think is clever enough with the angles, right, to do what I would do. But just think about his slogan, man. Any battle rapper think you're listening. Like, it's such an obvious one. You probably can't think of it because you believe God is good all the time too. Like, most people he battled don't really know nothing about religion. You know a few things about the Bible. They throw out some Bible shit, some Jesus shit, but they don't never really break that motherfucker down, man, like they supposed to. But anyway, hopefully it'll happen one day. So yeah, stop supporting gimmicks, man. Plenty of Christian rappers, y'all. We all know that everybody's a fucking Christian or a Muslim rapper. I don't even think the atheist rappers label themselves atheist rappers. You gotta listen and figure out who the atheists are. We got atheist rappers too, y'all know, that quite famous. But nobody calls them that. I had to point it out in a group not too long ago. People were talking about atheist rappers, and I was like, y'all forgot about this person and this person. And they was like, nah, I'm pretty sure this person believes in God. I was like, nah, have you heard these lyrics? Like, you listening close enough. Yeah, it's because nobody else uses their belief or lack thereof as a gimmick. His stupid punchable face. He got the most punchable face in battle rap. Don't he just make you want to punch the shit out of him? Like, for real, man. Okay, if you don't know nothing about him, don't just looking at him just make you want to punch him in the fucking face. Trash. Yeah, watch those 3 battles I recommended. Him versus Mac. Watch that one first. That's my favorite. Watch him versus Mac first. Then him versus Frack. And then you can end off with the Big K shit. Then watch him versus Mac Myron for extra credit, just for fun. Like, really want to have some fun. And watch A-Ward. Watch him versus Mac Myron. But, yeah, that's all I got to say about him, man. Not just hate because he's a great white rapper. Nah. Like I said, I got respect for several white battle rappers. Did I say Ron is my favorite? Matter of fact, I don't remember if I said it or not, but I guess it's worth saying again because we don't see Ron enough. Shout out to Ron. Not to be confused with Sharon. Shout out to him too. I know I mentioned him already. But no, Ron, man. One of the greatest. I liked Henry Bowers. Man. Yeah. Shit like motherfuckers like that. O'Shea. Yeah, I go back, man. Then just watch American battle rap. Yeah, just some shit to think about, man. Christian rap is a gimmick. It's weak, it's lame. Just understand when you listening to Christian rappers, people who have identified themselves as that, they only doing it patented to a certain crowd. Make sure they get these particular dollars right here. If that's fine with you, then cool. I'm just saying, just be aware of what's happening. Don't be fooled into thinking these are better Christians either, because they labeled themselves that, right? You be fooled into thinking, oh, T-Bone must really love Jesus more than DMX, because DMX wouldn't call himself a Christian rapper. Nonsense, right? You would have to know them personally and what they actually do in their lives, not what they talk about on a record. Christian rapper could get on a record and rap a whole bunch of raps that he didn't even write. And you'll be thinking you're hearing his heart and his love for Jesus, and he got ghostwriters. So I don't want to hear that dumb shit. And fool yourself into thinking you know somebody because you heard their lyrics. Or you know their relationship with God or how they really feel. You might not even actually believe that shit. That's the thing. You got pastors all over the world on pulpits every week who don't even believe in God. Yeah, you ain't know. Look up the Clergy Project. It's a real thing. But just imagine how many fucking people would rap or make music about Jesus or God or whatever, and they don't really believe it. They just doing it because they know where the money at. Hey, there's some shit to think about, man. But yeah, if you're an A-Ward fan and that bothered you, I don't give a fuck. All right? Tell me how I'm wrong. Tell me how he don't represent the white missionary. Tell me how he don't represent racism and white supremacy. Show me a battle where A-Ward himself rapped about black Jesus. Do that. Show me that. Yeah, he don't do that. So he got to appease his congregation and his white battle rap fans. So yeah, fuck him and fuck whoever like him. Like, in no way this fucking gym teacher was supposed to be part of battle rap. I don't even understand how y'all let this happen. I don't give a fuck how nice he is, how much skill he got, how great he can rebuttal. I don't give a fuck about none of it. We didn't need him. He ain't brought anything to the game, nothing new, right? He brought shit. All he done is come in and come up off of y'all. What is he giving back? Look at organic back there. Loving every minute of this lame shit. Organic a goofy too. But yeah, I'm gonna have to edit the fuck out of this. I know it's gonna be too long. I think that's all I gotta say about it, man. Yeah, fuck Christian battle rappers. Fuck Christian rappers, period. Especially the white ones. And fuck A-Ward in particular, right? Block 40 to your bitch ass. Cracker. Yeah, I think I said all I gotta say about him, man. I'll see y'all next time. Another hip hop topic. Y'all be healthy. Peace.